I'm here. How y'all doing? Hi, I'm Holliday, and this is Looking Into Evil. And this story that we're going to do this week is gory. So I'm going to put a warning up now, and then I'll put a warning up a little later. If you're wondering where I got my shirt from or what it says True Crime Club, and it's from Wicked. Love it. Love it here. This story is about Robert William Pickton. Robert was born in 1949. There is not a lot of background on Robert, unfortunately. This is due to these crimes happen in Canada, and Canada has laws on publicity with ongoing investigations. So yes, this case is still ongoing, which is crazy. Robert is from a family that are pig farmers. He's from three generations of pig farmers. And if you ever, I wonder, have y'all seen a pig farm? I'll put one up here. A pig farm is pretty big. It's a lot of pigs. And let me tell you, want to know a fun fact about pigs? It takes pigs 3 days to eat a whole human body that is at least 180 pounds. Robert had given up on being a pig farmer. Robert has two siblings, Linda and David. Robert decided that pig farming wasn't for him though. Robert would only do pig farming as a hobby, so he raised a few pigs for his family and friends, nothing too crazy. And since Linda, Dave, and Robert all owned the land that they lived on, Robert didn't really have to search for a job or anything. He had a place to lay his head down. What can I say? Locally, Robert was known as the quiet guy in town that nobody really thought to bother or have a few words about him. But Robert was a quiet guy, but he was also a dangerous guy. Robert was randomly charged with attempted murder, and he tried to kill a sex worker by stabbing her. But unfortunately, the case was dropped because prosecutors in Canada thought that the victim was too drugged and she really didn't know what was happening, and they thought that she was telling a false report. Even though, get this, even though her and Robert got into a scuffle the day he tried to kill her, and they both ended up at the same hospital to get their injuries treated. The victim had on handcuffs. Can you believe that? And supposedly they say she was too drugged to bring the case forward. That is unfortunate. In 1999, police were tipped off that Robert was keeping human body parts in freezers. Police actually were able to obtain a warrant to search Robert's house. They never followed through with searching his house and seeing if the rumor was true that he had human body parts in his freezer. Do you remember somebody else that kept body parts in the freezer? Because I do. And it was somebody's mother. In 2002, a raid happened. Thank God. Robert was arrested for firearm violation. When they're raiding the house, they're searching for evidence, and the evidence that they found was there, but they also found women who were missing personal items. That's odd. Why would Robert have items from missing women? What really tipped them off that something happened is that Robert had an inhaler from a woman that had asthma who went missing. That's crazy. You got her prescription on you, bro? You think that, I don't know, burn it or something? So police obtained another warrant to search Robert's house, and this time they actually followed through. And you want me to tell you what they found? Police found DNA of 33 different women from 1978. At the time of 1978, Robert would have been at least 28 years old. You know how young this man was? And once you really listen to the number, when you find 33 different types of DNA from women, he's been killing for a long ass time. What they found in the initial search, I will put up a warning. Sorry. They found bloody clothing from the women, skulls cut in half with hands from their skeletons inside the cup. They found a jawbone and some teeth. And get this, they found a 22 revolver with a dildo attached to it, and the dildo was a makeshift silencer. Wild. What else they found is a pair of furry handcuffs that Robert only had the key to, night vision goggles, and photos of garbage cans with human remains in it. This story does not get any better. It just goes completely downhill. And I am very shocked that the Canadian police didn't handle this any sooner. I'm not sure how Robert was able to kill all these women or the method that he killed all these women, only because these records are still sealed because the case is still ongoing. Canada is a wacky place, I'm gonna be honest. They look fun to visit, but they sound wacky. Because I can't believe this case is still open. What is there more to keep going about, you know? But the rumors is that most of these women were sex workers in town, and Robert bribed them with money. He brought them back to the farm. He would handcuff these victims and sexually assault them, and he would kill them by strangulation. Supposedly, listen, this is a lot of information that I'm telling you for a case to be closed. So obviously there's a leak. And these are all alleged things that he did to get these women to his house and what he did to them. After strangling these women, Robert would take them to the barn and hang them up, and he would gut them so they can bleed out. I'm pretty sure you know where this is going. And sometimes he would run their bodies and their bones through a wood chipper to get them to be grounded up. And then some of the remains he fed to the pigs. Yep, the pigs that he was raising for friends and families. The meat that he got from these women, allegedly, he was giving it away to people, mostly to family. So he made his family into cannibals. Robert, homie, you should have seeked some help. I don't know what to say after this. After they found all this evidence, you know what's next? A trial. He was arrested, obviously. Robert was charged with 27 counts of first-degree murder. But Robert pled not guilty. And I'm pretty sure he's pled not guilty because I think brother and sister David and Linda lived with him. So, you know, David could have done these murders, right? I didn't do them. I didn't do them alone. How could I have killed 27 or 33 women while living with my siblings, right? Like, they don't have a goddamn barn. Come on, bro. There was one charge that was rejected due to not having enough evidence. 6 out of 26 murder charges were brought to the court to have a trial on because they felt as though if they did 26 of the cases all at once, it would be such a long trial that they would probably still be going to court till this day. Oh, well, that makes sense now. That makes sense why they only the ongoing. But at the end of the day, y'all only charged them with 6 murders. Like, come on. Close it on up and make it public so I can see the other information. Robert was found guilty on all 6 charges, and he was sentenced to 25 years with the possibility of parole. That's wild. Canada, I don't know what y'all do over there when it comes to the law, but that's wild. In my eyes, he should have been sentenced to death, but y'all rode differently than we do, us Americans, you know. Robert did try to appeal all the 6 charges in Canada all the way up to the Supreme Court, but they decided not to allow him to be free. They denied each appeal as it came forward, but Canada's own prosecutors actually came forward and made a couple appeals because they don't like the way that they had to present the evidence and that the evidence should have been brought forward. He could have, you know, been in jail longer than 25 years, and some of the evidence wasn't allowed to be admitted due to a judge's ruling. A lot of people in Canada have issues about how this case was managed and how it was handled, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how the hell 33 women go missing and y'all haven't done shit. And you know why? Let's think about it. They were sex workers. Who cares about sex workers, right? As I've said before, sex workers are people too. They deserve to be looked after and cared for. Pay attention to people going missing, guys. 33 women almost swept under the rug until somebody did a firearm investigation on Robert. Get real. And a lot of these things happen only because the police departments in Canada were arrogant and they didn't work with each other. They didn't communicate what was going on. And I've heard that that's normal. I heard that happens like in the US as well, which is crazy. Like, how are you guys not connecting dots a little faster? But then again, this happened in like 1978, so I'm not surprised that people weren't really talking and communicating. So, but that is our story for this week. I'm pretty sure you can tell that I'm a little annoyed how you let 33 women go missing. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Bye. Ever since the day that you